Afternoon. Good evening. Oh man, what a morning. What a morning. Good morning, everyone. Let's go here. So, story time real quick. My insurance agency has been running on, I don't know, like basically low, like there's hardly anyone working there since this whole COVID stuff. And so every time I call, I get the voicemail. Well, I got a new car yesterday, and so my plan was to, and they open at 9, which is when I start live streaming. So the plan was to call at 9 and just leave a voicemail. But of course, this time they answered, which was great, but that's why I'm late. So one time I have something to do, they answered. And so I had to go through the whole car insurance spiel and get insurance on the new car. So that's why I'm late. So how's everyone doing? We got, how many people do we have here? 40 people waiting. Wow. Fish Tank Barn with a $5 super chat. Tip jar. Steenfot lunch break. Still breakfast here, my friend. Still breakfast time, but that's all right. I'll take it. Oh, man. Curtis Schindler says, oh, new car for the other channel. That is it. And I'm not saying what kind of car it is. You guys got to wait and watch it if you're into cars. And there you go. That's where I'll be posting it. That is my car channel. If you like cars, my goal is for it to be one of the worst car channels on YouTube with some of the worst cars made. That's the goal. Should be fun, though. Should be fun. Well, you did predict the answer. Yeah, I said that. I did, didn't I? That's just the story of my life. It works out, though. I like it. New Chevette. It's not a Chevette, but it is on the list. So, other news. Ponds. This year, terrible year for ponds. So we were supposed to have a week where the weather was in... Is my audio on? Oh, there it is down there. All right. I guess you guys have been responding to me, so that was a dumb question, but... That's weird. It shows that my mic is muted right now. Oh, well. Anyway, so we were supposed to have a week of 75-degree weather. I thought I was finally going to be able to put fish in my pond. But yesterday they changed the weather report, and it was nice yesterday, and it's going to be nice today. And then it says low 60s with nighttime temperatures back in the 40s for like the next week. So it's getting very frustrating. A fake name says, forgive me for being ignorant. You are forgiven, and you are not ignorant. But what's the other channel name? Candy linked it right above you. Rust, Relics, and Revivals. I need, I don't know. I really like that name, but I might change it because honestly, it's going to be a bunch of hoopties. So, Bob's Hoopty Garage. I don't know that there's going to be much revival going on, but we'll see. We'll see how well it goes. I don't know. But anyways, yes, the weather, very annoying. And I'm very close to losing my patience. Yeah, 76 today, then 65, 62, 67. But it's the lows, 46, 47, 49. Rust Monkey Garage. No Garage Monkey. That guy is such a tool bag. I don't ever want to be like that guy. Young Fish Aquatic says, I got a story for y'all. A few weeks ago, I saw Cory eggs in my tank and put them in a fry tank. I decided not to hatch them. And now today I almost emptied it, but 2 Cory fry were wiggling around. That's how they get you. Corys will do that. It's always a pleasant surprise when you see little baby corridors swimming around. Maria says, good weather for me, not ponds. Good weather for another day. I'm actually shooting 2 videos today. So I got a really busy day. One of them is going to be the car video. And then another one, we're going to be screwing around with a Phoenix 3.0, a Fluval 3.0, and some lighting. And bought a bunch of, I didn't. But my buddy that bought the house that came with the aquarium bought a bunch of stuff from Aquarium Co-op. So I'm headed back up there to hook it all up for him and show him how to do it. And he's also one of my car guys. So we're going to knock out 2 videos today. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know if I'm feeling that ambitious, but that would be nice. Deanna, sorry. I'm preparing a tank for pygmy Corys. Hope they'll breed. Yeah, I've never specifically tried to breed corridors, but they have bred for me, and it's something I need to get into one of these days. Young Fish Aquatic says, yeah, I'm going to make a video on them and hopefully raise them. You should. You absolutely should. Dang Tank says, I thought you were going to restore old tools or something. I don't know anything about that. Barbara Jackson says, nice background. Yes, background provided by HC Aqua, as many of you know who that is, I hope. Another announcement. And I wanted to say this on Monday, but I got distracted by James, so it's James' fault, Jamie. But my oldest member just turned even older. Happy birthday, Jamie. Jamie McDonald. I don't know if you're lurking, if you're here, or if you will rewatch this, but happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Glass Snapple better than plastic Snapple. Who agrees? I quit drinking Snapple as soon as they went to plastic. Glass, anything is better. Tool restoration, wasn't that I did a thing? I haven't had Snapple for years. Yeah, Snapple used to be so good, like back in the 90s. But now it's just all sugar. It's ugh. Just found a glass peach Snapple. You find it in the garage from like 30 years ago. Maria says, have to go back to work, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. PRJ since 1990. PRJ since 1990. All right. Hey Bob, I bred several hundred Corys. The secret is a cold water change after feeding them heavily the day before. Definitely helps fund the hobby by selling back to hobbyists in the LFS. Yes. Yep. So when people ask me how to breed Corys, that's exactly what I say. Tons and tons and tons of food and water changes. Even though I've never done it myself, that's like pretty much how to do it. T-Shot says, what's up, Bob? I'm picking up a pair of orange flash apistos tomorrow. Very excited. Those are awesome fish. UPS, you're living the dream says, aw. All right. Kelly Schindler says, I'm an Arizona guy. Okay. 90 Snapple was what I was raised on. Going to the river, going boating, and Snapple and chili cheese Fritos. I also want to say thank you to the 6 new members, and a huge thank you from James at Fish Room Fever. I will be on his stream this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. my time, 7:30 Eastern, and there's going to be a pretty big announcement. So definitely check it out. I'll be there. You should be there. If you're able to. Saturday, what are we doing Saturday? Oh, it's going to rain Saturday, of course. So I'll definitely be there. But yeah, going to have a pretty big announcement. It's going to be pretty fun. So check it out. Oh, I have no idea why my alarm is going off at 9:30. Let me see. Let me pull up his channel so I can link it for you guys. Fish Room Fever. Bang. Fish Room Fever. Bookmark that. Subscribe. Do whatever. That's where I'm going to be. This Saturday, 4:30 p.m. PST. So many live streams. I love live streams. I can't stop. I was awning about the pygmy quarries. Tiffany White says, is the announcement from you or James? Oh, it's definitely James. So, I mean, it's on his channel. It's his deal. I'm just going to be there. But it is a really, really cool announcement. I just happen to know what it is. And I'm sure a lot of you can guess. But he is definitely making the announcement. And it's going to be really cool. I hope, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be there or be square, and I'm not saying anything more. Just be there Saturday. Or rewatch it if you can't. I don't know. He's a nice guy. He got me 6 subscribers. He promoted my channel. I'm terrible at it, and he did it for me. And it's always fun with other people on the live stream. So I can't thank him enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any updates on importing stuff to sell on your website? Nope. I am getting... oh, you know what? Never mind. I was supposed to get Bosemani and Turquoise this week, but I just now realized that didn't happen. At least I never got any shipping confirmations. Oh, boy. Okay, next week. Bosemani and Turquoise. I guess I'll need to verify after the stream, but I haven't heard anything, so I don't think they're coming this week. But as far as importing, nope, still closed down. It's unfortunate that most of the rainbow fish, a lot of them, do come from Indonesia, and Indonesia is still closed down. But the goal is to get, completely off of importing, but doing anything right now is pretty hard, so we'll see. Sorry, Bob, going to have to double up on Monday. Super chats won't go through. Well, that's all right, buddy. Thank you. It's the thought that counts. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm getting Fahua puffer. What do I feed them? I don't even know what that is. But my advice is to learn all this stuff before you get it. Fauna. This is saltwater, and I know nothing about saltwater. But with any animal, you should know this stuff before you get it. Always a good idea to research the animals before you buy them. Question on breeding rainbows, praecox, and bosemani. I've read that you should use spawning moss, but saw LR Brett's using moss, hair algae. What is your preferred method? So it just depends. You can definitely use algae or moss. I have in my Rhatinocentris tank, I have both. I have this gigantic clump of like moss algae thing, and then on the other side there's a spawning mop. But it really depends on how you want to do it. If you want to remove the eggs, then I would highly suggest spawning mop. But if you're going to let them hatch and raise up in the tank, then pretty much anything. They can spawn on anything and it's all right. So, Ginger Graves, hey, what's going on? Sneaking in at work. Hi, folks. Hello, Ginger. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, well, then here's my thoughtful $100 super chat. All right, $100. Nice. Hey, money's not real anyways, right? Fisher Fever's channel, there it is. So yeah, PRJ, it just depends. I know that he lets them hatch and raise up in some of his tanks. At least when I was there 4 years ago, that's what he was doing in some of them. Like his Pygmaeus. Just turned the corner on my algae issues, reducing my lighting to 50% and enjoying my planted tank. Biggest tip, start low and increase lighting as you go. That's probably the better way to do it, but low lighting can cause algae as well, interestingly enough. But yeah, if you're new to Planet Tanks, that is definitely the way to go. Fish are real, so when we buy fish, we make bank. Yeah, something like that. Jeez. I know a couple weeks ago you were still having issue with the Val. Has it started to take off for you at all? No, not in. It's just something about that tank. I will tell you, in my 125, I have Jungle Val in Fluval Stratum, and it does really well in that tank. In my 240 gallon with just River Rock and Crushed Coral, it's just not doing well. I don't know. I've never had issues growing Jungle Val in harder water or high pH water. I keep the pH over 8 because of the puffer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it doesn't like the pH or whatever. Something in that tank it doesn't like. I'm actually really surprised that it's doing that well in the Fluval Stratum with the low pH. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, honestly, Mike, I've had Val like sit in a tank for over a year. This is nothing new to me. Before it took off. I had a 75 gallon Lake Tanganyika tank, and like 2 pots of Val sat there forever. And then after like a year, it started to spread. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm slowly adding more plants to that tank, and we'll see what happens. Young Fish Aquatic says, do you have Gara? I think that's what they're called, Panda Gara. I do have Panda Gara, and I'll be putting them in the pond at some point. Although I'm not too worried about putting the Panda Garas in cooler weather. But it's just those nighttime temperatures in the 40s are what's killing me. And it's not even like that it's in the high 40s. So, yeah. Yep. And then I have the 40 peppered Corridoras that need to go up into the pond. So, yeah, this weather. It's a real bummer. It's almost freaking June. Where is the where's the summer at? Come on. Sand substrate with the Val. I'm definitely not switching out the substrate in my 240 gallon. Could you use heaters until the weather straightens out? So I did buy some 500 watt heaters, the same ones that Lucas Bretz uses, and it didn't help at all. The problem is it's not insulated at all. Where like Lucas's, his are insulated. They're built in like planter boxes. Mine are not. So that's the problem. Putting a heater out there does absolutely nothing. I had it running for like 48 hours, and at 500 watts, like I could touch it and it was barely warm. Like the water was so cold. So it would probably take like at least 3,000 watts, and I'm not paying for that kind of electricity. Matthew says, Bob, I really want Pseudotropheus solosi. How many do you recommend for a 75 gallon? Also, can I add a pleco? And I don't think you should add a pleco because you're always trying to get rid of your plecos, I feel like. So, man. Pseudotropheus solosi in a 75 gallon. I mean, you could start with like a dozen and you're going to end up with like 100. Or you could start with 20 and you're going to end up with like 100. But you could easily start with a dozen in there, more. You could do like 18. Where's Bob Kaler? I don't know. Candy's here this time, so who else is not here? Pam is here, so I don't know. I don't know who he's skirting around town with this morning. Hopefully Candy's not jealous, though. Barbara says, meanwhile, here we never get over 100 degrees in a week. Wait, 100 degrees days for a week in May. Can we have a do-over? 7 months left to get your Christmas shopping done, folks. 7 months. 7 months. I will say I will start using heaters. As soon as the nighttime temperatures are like in the mid 50s, I feel like I can throw in heaters in there and they'll make a difference. But right now I'm just wasting money on electricity because, I mean, it's barely warm at all. The other problem I have is duckweed. The duckweed is out of control and it actually blocks the sun from heating up the water. So it's a constant struggle. There is a, so like I could skim it off by just doing water changes because once it gets to a certain height, it goes out the holes and it drains. The problem is, there's Bob Kaler. The problem is I don't want to use the overflow to get rid of the duckweed because I don't want to lose all the bugs that are in there either. So, I mean, there's thousands of little bugs in there. You know, the mosquito larvae, scuds, all kinds of stuff in there. And I don't want those to go out the overflow either. So I've been netting the duckweed, and it's this horrendous duckweed where the roots are, I swear the roots are like 3-4 inches long, and it just gets tangled up into everything. The plants that are in there, it's nasty. And duckweed is gross. Having trouble getting anything alive from what? Pam Kami. Okay, out the door to work, y'all. Bye, Bob, and bye to the rest of you. See you later, Dragon Lair. Jeez. Update. Found aragonite for my Mbuna 75 gallon. Any pro tips? Haven't bought any fish yet. Cycling for a few weeks with seeded media. Pro tips for what? For aragonite? No, I don't. Honestly, when I get aragonite, I don't even wash it. Crushed coral, aragonite, I just dump it in the tank. It's usually, I mean, where I get it from is pretty clean, and I get it from Petco, so it's not like it's top quality crap. Oh, stocking? I thought you said you were getting Mbunas. You want like ideas for Mbunas? Well, man, there's so many cool Mbunas. As mentioned before, the Salusai are pretty awesome. I don't know that I'm pronouncing that right. It sounds okay though. Gosh, what were the ones I had that were Cinetilapia, which is like a dwarf Mbuna. Those are pretty cool, but of course you got a 75-gallon tank, so you don't need dwarf. But they're still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Oh my, I'm just gonna have to look. Oh, there is my insurance ID card. All right, I am now good to drive. Let me look. I do have a list. Demonsoni, I used to like them, although I feel like they're a bit overdone, personally. I feel like everybody has Demonsoni, but they're still a really, really cool looking fish. Like I can't deny that. Let's see. Oh, definitely do not get Aratus though. Do not. My pro tip is do not buy any Mbunas from Petco. You're gonna be Aratus and they're gonna be terrible. I'm trying to find my list. Fuliborni, my scusi. All right, where's my list? I'm looking for my Google Sheets. There we go. Maybe. Stock list. Here we go. The Cabro. This is my list of my favorite Mbunas. The Sulawesi, the Solosai, the Aurora, the Malarii, and the Cabro. Those are some of my favorites. Whew. And oh man, what's the other one? There's another one that's my favorite too. That's white, not white, but yellow and blue. I'm never. Cabro are mean. That's what I've been told, but when I kept them, they were not mean at all. So that's my experience. I think I did have tons of not pseudotrophius, trophies, not even trophies. What am I talking about? I had tons. Oh, labiotrophies. Okay. I need to get off this list here. Distracting myself. I had lots of different types of Mbunas. I had peacocks in there, so there was lots of spreading out the aggression. But yeah, I never really had any issues with Cabro, although everyone says that they're really, really, really mean. But that was not my experience. Not any meaner than other Mbunas. Could you do a cichlid their list like? Could you do a cichlid their list? I don't know what that is. Cichlid their list. It's not ACI. Here's the bad thing. I actually own these fish and I can't remember the name. Man, I'm just completely drawing a blank. I don't know why they're not on my list. Oh, they are on my list. What am I thinking? Maybe I was just confused. What are these guys right here? Come on. I'm looking at the picture, but it won't tell me the name. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, it is the Aurora. I was just confused. It was on my list. It is the Aurora. That is probably my favorite Mbuna. Maylandia Aurora. Boy, that was a lot of work for no payoff. I already said that fish. I love these guys. I love them. Lisa at KG Tropicals Live Fish Direct has great Mbunas. Ooh, plug. Are you sponsored by Live Fish Direct still? Went to a house yesterday and had Jack Dempsey in a 10-gallon with plastic plants and blue gravel. So frustrating. Yeah. I'll be honest, I got a little nasty with one of my friends the other day. I kind of feel bad. They asked for a pleco. Do I have any plecos? Any plecos. They'll take any pleco. And I was just like, you should know better. Not just any pleco. What is it going in? What do you need it for? What is your goal here? Are you looking for an algae eater? You can't just say any pleco. That's like saying I'll take any cichlid. Whether it's an angelfish or a Haitiensis cichlid, any cichlid. Like So I did the big eye roll. I was a little mean, but I apologized. I said, you should know better. You, of all people, should know better. That person's not watching, so I feel okay saying that right now. Sorry for sending you down the good old rabbit hole. Honestly, I have been wanting to get back into these fish for a very long time. And I have the Auroras growing out right now. I have, what's the other one? Copetochromis growing out right now. So I have some of these fish, and I've been wanting to do a 125-gallon tank again of Africans. So we'll see. No, Bob, just my honest opinion. I believe you. No sarcasm. I do believe you. Suluwise water skink updates. I only have the male left, which is why I haven't done any updates on it. And I'm probably, every time I go to the reptile store, I'm like, I'm going to ask if they'll take it on trade. But every time I get in there, I can't do it. I do love that dude, but he is such an a-hole. I'm pretty sure after watching him just mangle that female, that he's probably responsible for the death of the small ones too. And honestly, I probably should have taken the babies out, but they were so huge already, I didn't think it would be a problem. but you live and learn. Bob Kaler with the turd. Thank you, my friend. I enjoy it. Bob's payoff. Twin Cities. Oh, snap. Bob, did I tell you my zebra plecos bred for me? That is amazing, Kang Lee. Amazing. A dollar poopy face. Yep, it is my favorite emoji. I'm not going to lie. I am about 12 years old at heart, so it's no surprise. That is really cool, Kang Lee. That is really, really cool. You are now in a group of very small people that have done that. I was in Petco the other day and was surprised to see German blue rams. I'll never buy fish from Petco. Never mind German blue rams. I still have 2 left. I didn't even know about it. So as far as I know, their tank has been empty for months. Like, I thought I sold the last ones, and then I was doing a water change. I still do water changes even though I thought the tank was empty, and something moved around. I was like, what the heck is that? So I tore out all the plants, and there were still 2 in there. So that was pretty neat. Kind of a dumb story, but it was still pretty neat. I'll have to remember that. Not in real life. Like, poop is not my favorite thing in real life. Just emojis. Oh man, maybe Fry. No. They're full grown adults. They're huge, but the tank is plastered in plants, so it's like no shock at all that there was still fish in there. Ginger Graves chiming in. Thank you, Ginger. UPSer living the dream. Her dream is to be a UPSer. Not a dream I've ever heard of before, but hey, you gotta have dreams. Found 3 baby rainbow fry this morning. That's always exciting. How long have you not been feeding them? So here's the funny thing is. Here's the funny thing is that I still feed the tank. Not all the time, but every once in a while I throw fruit in there just out of habit. Because I'm literally like down this aisle, down this aisle, down this aisle. And so they were still getting fed. And every time I throw food in there, I'm like, dang it, that was a waste of food. Every single time. Ginger Graves with another turd. There's Fish Room Fever with the turd this Saturday. We'll be dropping turds all night long. And Tiffany White chiming in too. Oh man. Make the screen turn blue. Or would that be make the screen turn brown? Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. I really do. It makes me smile and laugh every single time because I am such a kid. Man, now you got me looking at African cichlids again. Although I will say Cinetilapia, those are probably my all-time favorite. I currently have Cinetilapia Lions Cove Afra. Man, it has been a long time since I've shown any of my African cichlids on camera. Very long time. Young Fish Aquatics T-Shot says, I hear you. You do what you got to do. Maybe try online. Pay more, but much better quality. You know, I will say that not all Petcos are created equal. Like, my Petco is amazing. Their staff is amazing. Greatly underpaid because they're way too knowledgeable to be working at a Petco, to be honest. And they do take pretty good care of their fish. I'm not gonna lie. I'm always impressed. Although they still do the close one tank because it's sick, even though they're all on the same system thing. But I think that's more of a corporate thing than I don't think they really have any control over that. Bob, I think you should show members some Africans tonight. Boy, I'm gonna be way too slammed today. So I've got 2 videos to shoot. I've got to go to Lowe's today. But I will get something up, a quick video for you guys. Maybe tomorrow, definitely this weekend. I'll get something up for you if you want to see, since you want to see him, no problem. Akari baby brine is a must. I should show you guys my frozen fish food collection. It is insane. Grumpy Mike's Fish and Eric Furlow. What's up, turds? How many blue neons do you have nowadays? Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about Parasiprochromis. I don't have very many at all. Maybe a couple dozen if you're talking about Parasiprochromis. Maybe a couple dozen. To be honest, have not been focusing on breeding them very much at all. There's good and bad in any corporation or team, just like LFS and pet chains have good and bad too. That is true. That is absolutely true. I've spent way too many decades in retail, and that is absolutely true. Like places that I've worked for that people absolutely hate, and I'm just like, just don't hate the employee. It's not our fault. You can hate the company, but don't hate me. I'm just trying to pay my bills. Yeah, blue neons. I'd probably say a couple dozen. They haven't bred in a very long time. You know, if I was smart, I would set up my 33-gallon long for them and breed them. But I'm not smart. I'm not smart at all. How many decades? Probably close to 2 decades. Almost every single job I've ever had has been customer facing. I mean, especially, I mean, IT jobs would be customer facing. Not retail, but retail, a good 10 years in retail, and then at least another 10 years in customer facing jobs. But I mean, technically, I guess this is a customer facing job, right? If I don't provide you guys good customer service, then you guys don't watch. I mean, I don't know. You guys are my boss. Work in a warehouse and you will love your job at Petco. I've worked in warehouses. I have pretty much worked everywhere, on everything, in every continent. I don't know. I've had a lot of like jobs that are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum. And I will tell you that the warehouse job was actually one of my favorites, but it was very independent, so I was by myself a lot, and I think that's why I liked it. Platy Cam TM says, bought 3 albino snails, and now I have 8 new babies in a 30-gallon. Pretty soon you'll have 100, my friend. Pretty soon you'll have 100. Will Stank says, my 125 is a mess of algae, and now has a ton of brown algae and BBA and hair algae. No matter what I do, any tips? Honestly, at that point, I would just start over. I would black out that tank for like a week and do a nice big gravel vacuum, get all the dead crap out of there, and start over. Fun to drive a forklift? Yeah. Yeah, until you get run over by one, which I did get run over by one. Which is why I have no toes. Bob can do it all. Bob the Builder. A jack of all trade, but a master of none. I know just enough about everything to get me in trouble. That's about it. Okay, my name is Brandon. Tennessee, TN, I think. Maybe not. 43 fish keeper since 1983. Oh, are we doing that now? ASL. It's AOL, baby. AOL. Back to the AOL days. How did I get run over by a forklift? So it's easier for me to say that I was run over by a forklift. Technically, I was run over by what the forklift was pushing, which was about 3,000 pounds of iron bars. The wheels that were on were also metal, and it was those metal wheels that went right over my toes. I was in front, like guiding it, and I just put my feet too close and boop, flattened all my toes. I'm a long way from having any for sale at Dude Fish. Oh, yeah, if you're talking about yeah, Those things take a long time to grow. Yeah, my toes look pretty awesome right now. I'll tell you what. It flattened all of them. My toes just popped. They popped. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty dang crazy. I love driving forklifts and other equipment like it. We have a mini excavator at work and it's a blast. Yeah, my last job, when I was doing, that I quit last year, I was like the go-to forklift guy. I love driving the forklift. Is that why forklifts are your sworn enemy? No, I love forklifts. I actually wish I owned a forklift. Especially when I'm moving around these 200-gallon tanks. Thunder Aquatics, what's up, buddy? With the $5 super chat. Thunder Aquatics. I wish I could just go to your channel, but I can't. No toes, that must increase the novelty appeal on dating sites. Yeah, it's like... what is that movie, Mr. Deeds, when he has people going around and like bashing his foot? You're 100% Michael Scott in the warehouse. I am. I would go on the forklift and just blast at full speed in the warehouse and just ram the horn, and I'd start yelling at people to get out of the way. Oh, man. Should I cover the tank with blankets and take them off next Thursday? So, if you're doing a blackout, yes, you should cover them with blankets, and I would probably check on the tank every couple of days. Don't spend like 2 hours looking at it, but just, maybe lift it up, make sure everything's okay. If you still have fish in there, make sure they're still all right. But yeah, a good week should kill a lot of that off. And then after a week, reevaluate and see where you're at. Goose says, that sounds terrible. I got my foot ran over by a car when it hit me on my bike. Took 2 months to recover, but nothing was broken. I feel very lucky now hearing about that. It's an interesting story. I could tell it to you guys if you really want to, but it really has nothing to do with fish. Any ideas on how to do an auto water change system for a saltwater rack? You're way out of my area of expertise. Auto water change system for saltwater that I use for cultivating brine shrimp. Seeing you're way out of my area, man. That's way out of my expertise. Indoor fishing inside with the $5 super chat. Do you really have no? I have toes. How do you not fall over? I work in a warehouse myself. Toe fun. I'm kidding, guys. I have toes. So here's the story. So when I got ran over, whatever it did, it like killed all the nerves in my foot, and so I felt it going over, like I felt it hit my toe, like if it started on my left foot, like I felt it hit the toe, and I looked down and I watched it roll over my toes, and I didn't feel it, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I didn't feel anything. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm all right. And then, after and I just continued to guide it in. We got it inside, and then we were done. And I was like, I could probably use this as an excuse to go home early. So I went, and I was like, man, gotten this accident. My feet hurt. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. And so I went and clocked out, and I'm driving home. And I have a manual, right? So I'm clutching and gassing and braking, and I can feel my shoes like filling up with liquid, like they're underwater. And I'm like, well, this is not good. So I called my female lady at the time, and I'm like, I have to stop at your house, get some scissors. I got to cut my socks off. Something's going wrong. And so I went into the bathroom and put my feet in the bathtub, took off my shoes and cut off my socks, and as I'm peeling back the sock, like you're peeling this off, all the skin, nails, just meat, everything just peeled off with the sock. And I was like, all right, guess we got to go to the hospital. So whatever it did, it killed all my nerves. When I was in the hospital, the doctor was like, we're gonna inject you with painkillers. I'm like, I don't need it, I can't really feel anything. And so I'm laying there and I'm watching him operate on my toes, and the doctor was like, This is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle that's all the pieces are the same color. And then the nurse was like, it looks like raw hamburger meat. It's just like, oh man. But they did it. They wrapped all my toes back together. I have some weird crooked toes. I have really weird nails because they grow in all weird. And that's my story of my toes. So the odds of you ever catching me barefoot are pretty slim because it's not pretty. It's not. I mean, it's not so bad now. It's been 20 years. It took about 10 years to get feeling back in my toes. And even now, like I can smash my toes and it doesn't really hurt, but I can at least feel it now. Does it look normal now? It looks about as normal as you can expect, but it's hard to explain. I'm trying to think. I don't really have anything here that I could show you, but like think of like a finger and like one of them is like split off to the side and like over there and like smashed over this way. For the most part, they're straight now though. For the most part. When this story's over, can someone in chat post this emoji? Because I can't with it. It's over. It's over. It was like all trapped in because I was wearing high tops. Well, like work boots or whatever. So like up at the ankle, it was really tight and holding everything in, and that's honestly probably saved a lot of blood. Anyways, do they look better post reconstruction? Definitely not. Definitely not. Oh man. Anyways, guys, that's my toe story. One of my more interesting of many injuries that I've gone through. Thanks for getting this out of the way before Saturday. Hey, people asked. I don't even know how it came up, but people ask. Don't throw anything at me, but any idea when you might reopen? No. Nope. I was going for next Monday, but that's not going to happen. At the soonest, it'll be the 8th now, because the fish I was supposed to get in this week, I'm pretty sure are not coming. I got to check after the stream, but I'm pretty sure they're not coming. So, yeah. And as far as I know you want the long fin bristlenose, Gary. You're first on the list when I get them, but I can't go get those until they open the state back up. So I do have to travel quite a ways for those. Great story to tell your grandkids. I'm way too old for grandkids already. Did I ever tell you about the time I ran over Bob? Yeah. Anyways. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, I was extremely lucky that whatever it did to the nerves, it made it a painless process. So I got lucky. I'm actually get lucky a lot like that. When stuff like that happens to me, I get lucky. Like when I drove my car off a cliff, nothing. Didn't even get hurt. Candy, I get the longfin green dragons you have left growing out. Could I? I have one. That's it. I have green bristlenose plecos from that same batch that turned out to not be longfin. I have a few of those. But as far as like actual longfin, I have one. So, but trust me, Gary, anytime I think of longfin green dragons, you're right on the front of my mind. So, do the regular short fin look cool? Yes, they do. I just don't like when people call them dragon, like green dragons. They're either people call them green dragons or longfin green dragons. To me, I've said this before and I'll always say it. What makes them dragon is the long fins, and I know they don't call them red dragons, but they should. They should be long fin red dragons. But yeah, the green ones look cool. I mean, they're just, they're like a dark green, so they're the same color as the long fin green dragons. They just don't have the long fins. I almost drove myself over a cliff. A big old boulder stopped me. I have fallen asleep driving twice, and both times ended up with my car in the air. So, again, I'm pretty lucky when it comes to that stuff. So I have a 6-year-old male bristlenose that has become very aggressive, even with fish. Is that common for them? Not really. He probably really, really, really wants a female. That's probably why he's acting out, Christina. David Reese says, recommendations for a colorful nano schooling fish that swims mid to low water for my heavily planted 85-gallon. I would say peacock gudgeons. They're pretty amazing. The short fin calls are meant to be to help keep demands that the longfin couldn't meet. Well, it's the same thing with the reds, right? So there's a red bristlenose. They're super red. Apparently, reds are super red. There's super red bristlenose and there's super red longfin. So I don't know. The reds got the super, and the greens got the dragon. How's your experience with German blue rams? I'd love to get some, but here they're hard to keep, very sensitive. I think, T-Shot, those are how they used to be. I think they've been bred so long in captivity now that they're way more hardier than they used to be. They're definitely not on like the same level as like Bolivian rams, which are super hardy, but just the German blue rams, I feel like they've been bred in captivity so long now that, you know, they accept wider range of parameters, temperatures. Obviously, you'd be doing better. You'd be doing yourself a favor to get like hobbyist bred ones than from like farm bred. But most of them now are going to be farm bred. So, and even that's better. So, honestly, it depends on how much you're getting them for, because some places are insanely expensive and some places are very reasonable. So if you can pick them up at a reasonable price, then I would definitely try them out. Definitely. I would have no problems trying them out. Like I said, I think when it comes to like just the German blues, now when you get into like the electric stuff or the gold stuff, I don't know that they're at that level yet, but they're pretty close. I'd say they're pretty close. Bob says, yes, I love my San Francisco longfin super reds. Same scenario. Yep, exactly. So I still love the green dragon, the short fin green dragons. So I'll never say a bad thing about them. Thanks, Candy. Good thing I skipped breakfast. Oh, man. Well, you know, that's probably wise, because you never know what you're going to get on this stream. You never know. UPSer Living the Dream says, my electric blue rams are hella hardy. They're hella hardy. Hey, Bob, you still coming to Chicago? Absolutely, my friend. August 6th through the 9th, I believe. I have no plans on canceling that trip. August 6th. Yep, August 6th through the 9th. Now, it might get canceled, but I have no plans of canceling it. If they cancel Aquashella, then there's not much I can do. Oops, I got a little dribble. I missed my opportunity on those red lizard whiptails. Someone was willing to pay more than me, and I was willing to pay a lot because I cannot find them anywhere. I find them to be pretty seasonal. And where are you going? I'm going to Chicago in August for Aquashella. I'm going to Matthew says he's going to Fort Lauderdale in August. I don't know that there's really travel bans anymore. I mean, the airlines never shut down. Were there actual travel bans? I don't know. I think everyone's just canceling everything. Come on, dude. Oh my gosh. I hate when people outbid me. That's why I have to stay off Aquabid. I take that stuff very, not personal, but I start bidding out of spite and things get out of control fast. Well, I'm saying travel is frowned upon, kinda. Screw that. Hey, do what you gotta do, my friend. I'm not gonna stop anyone from doing what they want to do. HC Aqua, this is his background. Thunder Aquatics, how much did the red lizard whiptail go for? You probably should actually talk to HC Aqua. He might be able to get him. That guy has like all the one-off stuff, I swear. I don't know what his source is, but he has a really good source. I sure hope Chicago doesn't stop the event like everywhere else. I mean, it's still 3 months away. 2 months away. I can't imagine it being canceled. I really can't. I've started bidding within the last 30 seconds of the auctions. Yeah, I stopped that. I stop bidding until they're almost done, and then I wait till like 10 seconds. Let's see. My uncle just came to see us out here in California. He just left yesterday. Yeah, and I've heard reports that planes are packed again, so people are traveling again. Sure. Well, I'm saying travel is frowned upon. I love. Oh, Charles says, love my red lizard whiptail. It's pretty hardy. I got a group from Imperial Tropicals. I've also found them in LFS, but seasonally. Yeah, I think normally they would be in season right now, but with a lot of stuff not exporting, makes it hard. Aquashella Chicago, Will's Tank says, is right by my birthday, so I can't wait to get some cool stuff there. My advice is if you're local, definitely go on a Sunday, because that's when you'll get all the cool stuff. When they're all taking down their booths and giving stuff away for free or very cheap. Yep, you definitely want to hit that place up on a Sunday, because you can get a lot of crap. Charles, I got outbid at 3 seconds. That would be me. MACNA, which is at the end of August, was canceled earlier this week. Well, where is it? Where is it? Because California, if it's in California, nothing's going to happen in that state. Nothing. I don't know where MACNA is, but, I mean, there's stuff. They're canceling events in October already in California, which is just stupid. MACNA 2020. Oh, Phoenix? Now that's interesting. Phoenix Convention Center, August 28th, huh? That's weird. I would not expect that from Arizona. What is TB? Tuberculosis. Yeah, that's why I put ridiculously high maximum bids. It's the only way to beat other people who want the fish. That's how you pay ridiculously high prices, though, as well. Oh, man, excuse me. I hope you guys didn't hear that. Okay. Well, no word yet. I'm trying to find out if the stuff has arrived from Aquarium Co-op yet. At my buddy's house. Because then I have to go. Gina French says, fish can get TB, or did I miss something? Absolutely. I think it was Diana, whatever, Wallstead, that said like 70% of fish in the hobby have tuberculosis. So who knows? Who knows? Most of the... What did she say? And it might not even be her, but she did like a whole study on it. I really hope it's her. I don't want to like say it's her and then not it be her. But she claims like 70% of the fish in the hobby have tuberculosis. It's just that most of them have strong enough immune systems to fight it off, and so you never really even know. The reason you see it a lot in rainbow fish is because they're really sensitive to water quality. Not water parameters, but water quality. And so if your water quality like dips even a little bit with rainbow fish, it can outbreak pretty fast. I'm not saying that the virus is stupid. I'm saying that canceling stuff in October is stupid. Or at least a little premature. For one whiptail and some bonus fish and 2 banjos, 4 tetras, my high bid was 62 plus shipping. I figure that's pretty high for one catfish. One little catfish. What? 1 whiptail and some bonus fish and 2 banjos. Banjos are amazing. I'm going to say I love my banjo catfish, and I need to do a video of them. They are really cool. I can't send a pic on Facebook. Okay. Panhandling Bob? What? Panhandling Bob? How long are you going today, Chatty Cathy? Probably till 10:30, and then that's it. Cause I think I started around 10:30, so I gotta go till 10:30. I started late. That's all I know. When things break down Sunday, Bob. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, if these events were closer, I would clean up. But I know, like Chris Jobs Aquarium Tanks, I feel like he always comes home with like a U-Haul full of crap from these shows. It's crazy. How long are you going when things break down? TB is on my common Molly, I think. Charles, how are your red alphas doing? Alex wants to know. Okay, what else do we got going on? I'm not sitting here and talking about viruses, that's for sure. The gear is here. The gear is in the rear. All right, good to know. Good to know. Shopping bags full of pens, notepads, paper clip holders. Oh, man. Oh, geez. So, you could get like bags full of those neon hideous plants. Chris got those last year and sent me pictures of them, and I'm just like, ugh. But his kid loves them, so I get it. That's the one area where you will get a pass from me, as if it's for the kids. But yeah, it's so funny, just the random stuff that he sends pictures of that he got after these shows. It's crazy. Hopefully one day there will be one local. We had that plant show here, but that was so small. It was really small. I was actually kind of surprised how small it was, but it was still fun. You too, Bob? What? You too? Like I have tuberculosis? What? Anyways. What else is going on here, guys? What else do we got? Plug Fish Room Fever this Saturday one more time. 4:30. My goal for Aquashella is just a ton of plants and wood. I feel... you know what? I've never been to an Aquashella, so I can't say. But I know, like, the aquatic experience... Well, no, because it's a completely different show. So I don't know. Someone who's been to Aquashella is going to have to chime in and tell us what the wood supply is like. Is there lots of wood? I imagine, like... I mean, Flip Aquatics is going to be there, so I'm sure he's bringing wood. But yeah, I've never been, so I don't know what the wood supply is like. Gina French with the $5 hiya. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate it. Check out the Fish Doc. He does offer some hope. The Fish Doc, that is a pretty cool channel. Not going to lie. Fish Tank Barn says, my club is doing ALA next year. Really looking forward to it. That's cool. There's actually going to be something in Detroit. I think it costs like $1 to go to Detroit. Might have to do that one. Chevy Fish says, gotta go, Bob. Everyone, am at the store. Stay safe. We'll catch what missed later, I'm assuming. Thank you, Chevy Fish, for shopping. Chevy Fish stopping by. I appreciate it. My son-in-law is waiting with fingers crossed that his tattoo shop can open up next week. Oh, I wish I could be his first customer, but I cannot. Anjanette says, one booth was 75% wood and rock at Aquashella, Chicago. There you go. So I think it would be at the aquatic experience. I mean, there was like maybe Flip Aquatics and maybe one other vendor that had wood, but the aquatic experience is a trade show, so that makes sense. That's also, you know, they refused to deviate off of that, and that's why they failed. And there's not going to be another one. Whereas Aquashella is like resellers, so there should be a lot more stuff there. Should be a lot more stuff. But we'll see. Like I said, it'll be the first one I've ever gone to, if it still happens. If it doesn't happen, I might just go to Chicago, but again, that is actually my birthday weekend. So I might reroute and go somewhere fun. Like Hawaii. I don't know. We'll see. It'll definitely be a decision. I don't know. OCA had the whole hotel room with wood. See, and that's another one that I feel like would be good for wood. One booth, 75%. Cool. Fish tank barn. Turbo now will probably drive up. Turbo fish, like AJ. What else? The supply was not good at AE or the OCA. OCA had the best wood. Wait, the supply was not as good as AE. I'm confused. Bob Kaler says, Mike, if I come in for the ALA, can I sleep in the fish barn? That sounds miserable. Way too warm. Man. Yep, Turbo Fish. Yeah, I gotta meet that dude in real life someday too. I like that dude. He's a cool dude. Man, there's a lot of people I'd like to meet. Hopefully that'll happen. Either Aquashella or something else. TBD. TBD. Saturday. Also, it is Simply Betta's birthday today. So happy birthday, Taylor. I've been watching Father Fish lately. Do you have any experience with deep substrate? Christina, not nearly as much experience with Father Fish. Now, I am on that side of things where I do like deeper substrate. Anything under 3 inches is no good for me. I can't stand it. I like deeper substrates. But when you start getting into like 6 to 8 inches, I've never gone that far. And thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, when I see, like, if you watch some old videos on YouTube of like how to set up a Planet Tank, they got like 1 inch of substrate, 2 inches of substrate. I'm like, nah, that's not good enough. Definitely not. Gina French says I like deeper substrate, at least 3 inches. Yeah, it's just way better. It's especially for Planet Tanks. I have 1 week of paid vacay left to use. Bob C, you may have to share it with Funk, though. Whoa, man. Talk about funky. Sticking a bunch of dudes in a fish room. That's going to be a lot of funk in there, I'll tell you what. Follow Father Fish's directions and you will succeed. I love deep substrate. Thunder Aquatics. There you go. There you go. One of these days, I do want to do like 12 inches or deeper. One of these days. But it would have to be such a tall tank, and I don't like tall tanks. So we'll see. One of these days, though. One of these days. Nope. No Funk or Funky Kaler sleep in the barn. No Funk. The Funky Bunch cannot sleep in the barn. That would be so funky. Ugh. I'm contemplating a road trip. Can't decide where I want to go. Well, if they do Aquashella, then go to Aquashella. Mike, I thought we were bros. I thought we were bros. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thursday morning live stream. Thank you. Got a lot of people to thank today. First off, I want to thank everyone for watching. All the mods, I appreciate it. And Fish Tank Barn, Bob Kaler, Ginger Graves, UPSer, Ginger, Fish Room Fever, Tiffany White, Grumpy, Eric, Thunder Aquatics, Indoor Fishing, Inside. I like that name. Bob Kaler, Gina French, Christina Wild. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have an 8-inch. Wait, Thunder Aquatics says I have 8-inch soil capped with 4 inches of sand and a 55. It is overstocked and doing awesome. That sounds cool, but you're still only stuck with like 10 inches of water column. Need it taller. I need it taller. We are Bob. I probably won't actually stay there. I will stay at the hotel. Alrighty. All right, guys. Don't forget, Saturday, 4:30 p.m., 7:30 Eastern on Fish Room Fever's channel. Don't forget. I hope I don't. And I'll see you all there. Thank you.